Hello, my name is Nazarence Hurai, matrix number B051710090, and today I'll be presenting the study of waste supply chain management at an aerospace company. I am under the supervision of TS Dr. Amin bin Mohamed Sultan. You may be wondering, why did I choose this title? So, issues on environmental sustainability has always been discussed and debated, and among those that are commonly argued is the sustainability of waste management. So right now, waste management is one of the major challenges for a sustainable development, especially in the aerospace industry. Srinivasan stated that the waste management has actually become increasingly more difficult as traditional landslides are becoming more scarce, or in simpler terms, more limited, and actually more importantly, environmentally undesirable. According to Ron Chapman, many aerospace manufacturing companies actually do not have an adequate processes in place to actually cost effectively manage their waste stream. So waste such as glass fiber or carbon fiber composite actually have been accumulating every year from various applications in the aerospace industry. So these are the problem statements that I have come by when doing my research. So manufacturing processes in the aerospace industries actually tend to produce a significant amount of unnecessary waste. NVJ stated that it is unavoidable that manufacturing components will actually generate waste during manufacturing as well as at the end of their life. However though, this actually does not eliminate that some of these wastes actually contain valuable materials in them, such as in composite material. There's actually valuable material like fiberglass in them. So some companies actually choose to throw away their waste directly into landfill instead of using the available incineration method, which actually can be very costly for the company. Also, it is worth note that actually using incineration method is actually not very sustainable. Incineration can actually produce carbon emission to the atmosphere, which can cause greenhouse effect. These are my objective. So my objective is to investigate actually the current practices for waste management in the aerospace industry. I also would try to identify a sustainable approach towards managing waste, and also try to find a sustainable green supply chain management approach that can actually be used to minimize or reduce waste while considering the environmental and cost perspective. My literature review is going to be in three parts: one regarding waste management, the other one regarding application of lean in waste management, and the green supply chain management. For waste management, Gianni actually added that proper organization of waste management has become an essential task needed to safeguard the environment. However, Baranek actually argues that the provision of an efficient waste management system is now as important as essential amenities such as electricity, airports, and highway. For this, there are actually two main routes for waste treatment for aerospace waste actually. For example, the no fiber recovery and fiber recovery. Application of lean in waste management. According to Tai and Iatok, they define lean as a set of concept, principle, method, procedures, and tools geared toward the improvement of the production flow by reducing waste in the aerospace industry. However, Lewis in 2012 actually argued that lean can actually help organization within any sector to achieve significant performance improvement. For the green supply chain management, according to Jovidan, green supply chain management is actually the selection of green suppliers and the suppliers' willingness to contribute towards green supply chain management. However, though, some studies shows that many have received limited comprehension, theoretical and empirical attention toward supply chain management. Despite there already being several frameworks emphasizing their roles in achieving a sustainable supply chain management practices. This was quote from Roderick in 2017. We are now entering my methodology. So the methodology that I'll be using is the DMAIC method, which is also known as define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. So from this flowchart, you can see how I conduct my research. So I start from my problem statement, then I define my project's objective and scope. I then go by studying the existing waste management method, which is actually my objective 1. From there, I identify the type of waste that I want to research. For example, composite waste, since composite waste such as glass fiber and carbon fibers are actually the main raw material used in aerospace. So after that, I will start doing research and find a sustainable waste management method, which is coincidentally is actually my objective 2. So if I am satisfied, I can continue to my objective 3, which is to propose a green supply chain management approach. However, if I'm still not satisfied with the method, I will redo my objective 2. I will do more research in finding a sustainable waste method. After I am really satisfied with my objective 2, I go to my objective 3, and if I'm satisfied with that, I can continue to my discussion, my conclusion, and also the recommendation for my final report. Also, it's worth note that in the analyze phase for my DMAIC method, I will be using 2 tools to help me get a data, which is the VMS method and the Ishikawa diagram method, which you will see after this. So one of the tools that I'll be using under the analyze phase of my MAIC method is the VSM or value stream mapping tool. So I use the VSM to address the various waste in the processing side supply chain for the company. As you can see in figure 3.1, this is an example of what is value stream mapping. The second tool I'll be using under the analyze phase for the DMAIC method is the Ishikawa diagram, which is better known as the fishbone method. So usually the fishbone diagram helps to analyze and typically evaluates the cost and sub-cost of a particular problem. So for me, my particular problem is the supply chain management in the aerospace company. So from there, the Ishikawa diagram can actually assist me to uncover all the symptoms of any business problem. This was quoted from the American Society of Quality in 2005. So as you can see in figure 3.2 is the example of the Ishikawa diagram with reference from Tarun Kanti Bose in 2012. So we have reached my expected result and conclusion. One of my expected results is through this study, a more sustainable approach in waste management for solid and aerospace composite can be obtained. It is actually expected that waste reduction and minimization can be obtained through this research. That is all for my presentation today. If you have any question, you can ask me during the Q&A session. Thank you.